Hello, I'm Tiffany Stevenson, bringing you this week's Rural Roundup. Alas, as you can see, we've got some nice weather, so hopefully farmers are managing to finish their harvest, as it has been a bit stop-start with all the patchy showers over the last few weeks. Following the annual budget review, farmers and crofters are going to receive an increase in their basic payment and greening payments for 2023, which is great to hear. So the total for BPS and greening combined for 2023 for Region 1 is £223.56. This is a 45p increase from last year. For Region 2 you'll be receiving £45.36, also a 15% increase from last year. And Region 3 you'll be receiving £13.76, a 3% increase from last year. It's great to hear they have been reviewing this. So it's looking likely that payments will be being made in September, and you may have received a reductions or exclusions letter in the last few weeks. So make sure you go back and read over the reductions and exclusions letter carefully, just in case there is an error. It's always better to double check it. So I did have one farmer who received a reductions and exclusions letter, and a small area of land had been added back into his farm, which got removed a few years ago after selling it to a local house. I've also heard of another case where the reductions and exclusion letter was processed before the land maintenance form was processed, which got submitted at IAX time. And this caused a bit of confusion, but has been ironed out. So do make sure you go back and just check to see why you've had a reduction or exclusion. Good news for those of you in the Uplands, the Scottish Upland Sheep Support Scheme has now opened for 2023. So applying online is the quickest and easiest method, and it's a great way of doing it, as it allows for checks to be made in case you enter the number in the wrong format, or if you go and duplicate a tag number as well. So it does have these checks in place. It's a great idea to try and do it online if you can. So applications for this round can be submitted through until Thursday the 30th of November. Hopefully you've now all heard about preparing for sustainable farming, where you can claim grant funding for carbon audits, soil sampling and animal health and welfare interventions. So the soil sampling and carbon audits is just a continuation from last year, and the claims portal has been open. The animal health and welfare interventions option, I'm delighted to say that claims can now be made. You'll be able to find the claims for this alongside the claims for the other two options. Just have a look on the Rural Payments and Services website. So for making a claim for animal health and welfare interventions, you will need to download an expert advisor form. So this is available on Rural Payments and Services, and have it signed and stamped by an expert advisor. So for example, if you have done work with your vet, get them to stamp and sign the form. So this can be done for anything that's been done from the 1st of January this year through until the 31st of December, with claims being made through until the 29th of February 2024. So you may have already done bull fertility testing in the spring. You are able to claim this as long as you've gone and got whoever carried out the bull fertility testing to make sure they stamp and sign the expert advisor form. Likewise, if you have not yet done any of the options, and there's 7 different options available, if you have not yet done any of those, there is still plenty of time to do this. So you could go and have a look at what your parasites you have, or have a look at calf pneumonia, amongst other things. So it's not too late to take part. Healthy animals are more likely to perform better. So it'd be a great idea if you've got a local veterinary investigation centre to consider taking down any dead animals, or potentially if you've got some cull ewes, take those down to investigate. So for a post-mortem, they're heavily subsidised by the government, so this allows you to have one price regardless of if they do a small amount of investigation and find a problem, or if they have to go and carry out further testing just to figure out what it is. So they can look for things like what your worm burdens are like, if there's a problem there, or if you've got iceberg diseases. So it's a great thing to be doing, just to get a check on what's actually going on within your animals. So if you're wanting to take one ewe down, it is £63.25. If you want to take a batch of ewes down, potentially take 3 cull ewes down to see what's going on, is £108.30. Or if you've got a dead cow, it's a good idea to get a post-mortem to figure out the cause of death, and this is £121.70. It's definitely a great idea to make sure you stay on top of your flock or herd health. Consider if there is any underlying issues. The sooner you find them, the sooner you can do something about it. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next time.